Thanks to Nomad for sponsoring this video. These days, Apple products are very well known for their incredible design, their breakthrough tech inside, and also sometimes their price tag that just can be a little ridiculous. So I am on the hunt to find the best display to pair with your Mac that won't break the bank. So I'm rounding out my top 5 favorites in this video to show you some of the best USB-C monitors to pair with your Mac Studio, MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, even the iMac if you want to go that route. I just spent $5,000 on displays, so you don't have to, and hopefully you can learn from my mistakes. So let me sort of start this video at the end. I bought 2 Apple Studio displays. I have them on my desk. I use them every single day for like 10 hours a day. And after using them the past few months pretty extensively, I feel like I can tell you their strengths and their weaknesses and give you an idea of who these monitors are really for and if you should drop nearly $2,000 to buy Apple's shiny new consumer display. And I'll get to that answer in a moment, but first, I can honestly tell you, after checking out all the displays I'm gonna show off in this video, if I could go back in time and do it again, I probably wouldn't choose the Studio display, but I might actually go with something else and save a bunch of money. And before I forget, goes without saying, but let me just say it, everything we're going to talk about in this video, accessories, displays, all that, will be linked right down below in the description for your convenience. So let's kick things off with the cheapest monitor on this list. This is made by Dell, and the model number is on screen because, as in classic Dell fashion, it's some crazy random number string that no one is going to remember. This comes packing a 4K UHD display, which looks pretty good, and is a 27-inch panel, so not too big, not too small, and not a giant footprint on your desk. And right off the bat, a couple of things I like. It comes with a height adjustable stand, which is nice to see, and also a plethora of ports underneath. You've got a bunch of USB-A ports here, an Ethernet port, USB-C, HDMI display port, and of course the USB-C port for connecting this with one cable back to your Mac. This one here has so many ports underneath that you can sort of use this as your one cable hub. You can plug one cable into your Mac and plug all your USB-A devices and Ethernet and more into that monitor and just have one cable you can connect and disconnect when needed. And unlike many of the more expensive monitors on this list, this Dell model here is actually able to push 90 watts of power to your Mac, so you can recharge and not even have to think about it. In terms of quality, I'd say it's good, but certainly not great. Only about 400 nits of peak brightness on this display. Color accuracy is pretty good out of the box. You could make it a little bit better with some tweaking. And for watching movies, if you want to try to game on your Mac, browsing the web, some light photo and video editing, it's going to be a really good all-around monitor. I wouldn't be doing pro photo video editing on here, but if you want to dabble in that a bit and also just want sort of a nice larger canvas to use your Mac on, this is a great option from Dell. Jumping up a bit more in price, but also way more in features, is going to be the Samsung M8. And I know that Samsung on an Apple channel is sort of like saying a dirty word, but let's just hand it to Samsung, credit where credit is due. They are known for a lot of great technologies and also really great displays. They make some really nice high-end monitors. They make obviously really great TVs, and the Samsung M8 is sort of like a sweet spot in the monitor space. In this model here, you're getting a nice 32-inch canvas, so a nice big display, 4K UHD, and a bunch of other bells and whistles that are great up until a point. Now, before we go any further in specs or usage, one of the things you need to know about the M8 is that it jumps around in price like crazy. When we bought this monitor for this video, it was about $580. Since then, it's now returned back to its retail price at Best Buy at $699, but when I was going over the script to check it again, Amazon has it for like $450, $460. So it jumps around in price like crazy. Of course, we're gonna do our digging to find you the best deal for this monitor, so we're gonna leave it linked down below. I think obviously the lower the price, the better value it is, but just know that you should check our description to find the best deals because pricing on this can be just all over the board. And that is sort of the theme with the M8. Things here are all over the board. I personally like the 32-inch size. I think the design here is very sleek, very modern, pretty thin bezels. Quality is pretty good here. Great for browsing the web, some photo and video work, sure is gonna be nice here. But the big story with the M8 is not just that it's a display, but also that it's sort of its own all-in-one computer and TV and streaming box. Monitor functionality is sort of a secondary thing here because there's a lot this thing can do. Like a lot of Samsung products, it's sort of throwing in everything in the kitchen sink into one thing and seeing what you may want to use and may not want to use. I think this is nice if you're looking for sort of a combination here. Like if you want to put this thing maybe near your bed on your desk and you want to use it as a monitor, but also use it as a TV, there are some strengths in that space. So for the price, definitely something I would consider with a lot of thought, if that makes sense. I should also mention that no matter what monitor you choose to go with, it's also important to give your desk a nice upgrade as well. Sort of clean up your space, give it a little bit of a more premium aesthetic. And one of the best ways I recommend you doing that is picking up one of these beautiful leather desk mats from Nomad. The one I'm rocking on my desk is beautiful, super high quality, super premium, very nice and spacious, and made of this really nice waterproof leather material. It's got silicone grips on the bottom to keep this thing from sliding around, and it's honestly been one of the best accessories I've added to my desk in a long time. Honestly, if you've watched any of our videos, you probably know that I'm a huge Nomad fan. I love their sport band here with my Apple Watch Ultra. I've got their nice leather case on my 14 Pro Max. I've got a couple of their chargers that I really love. They just make some of the most high quality, most premium Apple accessories you can get that are the perfect companion for the Apple product that you've got. Nomad is the place to go. They make some of my favorite Apple accessories of all time. Super high quality, love their leather materials, and they're just doing everything right over there at Nomad. If you want to check it out and learn more and check out Nomad's beautiful collection of Apple accessories, we will leave a link right down below in the description so you can check it out for yourself today. Next up on this list, moving a bit closer to that $1,000 threshold, this is a 27-inch monitor from BenQ. It's their 2725U, and this one is interesting because it's marketed really heavily as being the perfect companion for your Mac laptop because it's sort of made to work with it, color accuracy and all, right out of the box. And personally here, of all the monitors I've covered so far in this video, this is the one that I would use on a daily basis. I think BenQ makes some really nice monitors. Not only do many of the different members of our team use BenQ monitors at their own setups, but I was using a 32-inch BenQ monitor before I made the jump to the Studio Display. I think the color accuracy on them is really good, design is really good, and the value you get for the price just really can't be beat by much of the competition. You're getting the full 4K resolution here and a nice variety of ports to connect whatever you want. Whether you want to go DisplayPort, you want to go HDMI, you want to go into a console, your computer. And to sort of summarize a bunch of stuff, I think that BenQ does a couple of things really right here. Build quality is really good. I think the designs are pretty good, some nice thin bezels. And for me, the color accuracy is really good, definitely in the realm of usable if you're doing pro photo and video editing work. Again, being sort of made to match the Mac right out of the box certainly helps it. Again, you could always calibrate it yourself and tweak it even further. BenQ does sell an external webcam you could pair with this screen as well, but I haven't tried it, so I can't comment on whether it's good or bad, but I do really like their screen bars. They've got like these sort of external attachable little light bars here that can really light up your desk or surface or wherever you're using this monitor, and I have really liked these over the years. This is the Screen Bar Halo we've got paired with this monitor that you could use it with any monitor, and I really like this for a couple of reasons. One, I love that the controller is wireless, really easy to control everything. You can adjust brightness, you can adjust color temperature. There is a light on the sort of the top here, as you can see, then also one on the back. I like it, and I honestly like to pair this with any of the monitors I'm testing, so if you are looking for a nice monitor accessory, I also like that BenQ offers these as well. We'll leave a link down below, of course. And then there were two. I've got two more monitors to show off in this video, the LG 5K Ultrafine and the Apple Studio Display, and this is where things get very, very interesting. Remember that before the Studio Display existed, this was even Apple's choice for the best plug-and-play monitor you could get with your Mac. We've got the 27-inch model here, and what's separating it from the other monitors on this list is that this is the first 5K display, so things are going to be a little bit sharper, a little bit more vibrant, and you're going to get a bit of an extra resolution bump here with a resolution of 5120 by 2880. It's going to push up to 94 watts of power, going to have that seamless integration plug-and-play with your Mac, up to 500 nits of brightness, has an additional 3 USB-C ports on the back so you can plug in accessories, and the design here is, well, interesting. It's got a mostly plastic build, which I can't say is the best I've ever seen, not making this thing look the most high quality, though it does have an adjustable stand even with the base model, but though the bezels are not super thick, that sort of thick forehead on the top to accommodate that built-in webcam makes this thing look like off balance to me. I don't know what it is. I couldn't really formulate it into words as I'm trying to do here, but something about this monitor just looks off, and it looks just off balance and just really weird when sitting on a desk. Something about this just doesn't look very Apple-like. And I guess that makes sense because, well, it's made by LG. In terms of the built-in webcam audio and video quality, well, you can be a judge for yourself. What's odd here is that I actually have a light right here that is bouncing light right onto my face, but as you can see, it's like doing this weird auto exposure thing that isn't making it look so good. Maybe the window behind is sort of throwing it off, but there's not a lot of light coming in. If I kind of turn, you can see it doing really weird things. Audio quality is okay, but as you can tell, this is probably not a combo I'd rely on, at least. If I didn't really care, I guess, about the quality, then it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But also, if I want to adjust this, I gotta, manually come in here and, move the monitor. There is no center stage, even any video applications. This is just sort of what you have. So if you're wondering, how's the audio quality from the built-in camera and the video quality? Well, here you go. Putting looks to the side though, quality here of this panel is excellent. LG, like Samsung, is known for some really high quality panels. They make great displays, great TVs, and this one here is no exception. It's bright, it's vibrant, color accuracy is really good. It's great for photo editing, video editing. If you are a creative professional and you're looking for a great pairing for your Mac, this is an excellent way to go. But the big question we've got to talk about is, why would you buy this over the Studio Display? The Studio Display is sort of Apple's answer to this. It's the successor to LG's ultrafine lineup here and is better in many ways. And honestly, it comes down to, like most things in this world, cold hard cash. At the time of filming this video, this monitor is about $1,100-ish brand new, making it just about $500 less than the Studio Display, which is not at all insignificant. But where things get really interesting is when you start to get this monitor either used or refurbished. We are able to save a couple $100 extra on this monitor by buying a refurb model off of Amazon for about $900-ish, bringing the total now to $700 less than Apple Studio Display. For those kind of savings, I for one am a little bit more forgiving of the LG shortcomings, and I can forgive the design for the good panel, good brightness, good quality, and the sort of seamless macOS integration. Trying to find this thing refurb is not too difficult these days and could save you a lot of money, which sort of brings us to the end of the list and asking, the big question, why would you buy Apple's $1,600 Studio Display? What do you get at that entry-level price? Well, as is the case with most Apple products, the design is going to triumph all others in this space, and the Studio Display packs a really premium design. It's got sort of this aluminum construction here that's really high quality. It's a nice 27-inch 5K panel, 600 nits of brightness. It's got a built-in webcam with Apple's Center Stage technology. It packs Apple's True Tone technology, and also packs some surprisingly good speakers that might just replace the ones you've currently got on your desk. There's no denying that in the looks department, this thing is almost a perfect 10. There's obviously no doubt that Apple knows how to design some really great looking products. This monitor looks fantastic. The bezels are a little thick, a little thicker than I'd like for a monitor in 2023, but once you start to use the monitor and you can really immerse yourself into that 5K panel and the vibrance of it, the bezels sort of fade away in my opinion, and you just sort of enjoy whatever content is on the screen. And as for the quality of the built-in webcam and mic, well, you can judge for yourself. I know there was a lot of controversy around this when it first launched. Apple really touted this as an exceptional experience, but to me, it's pretty average. This is what it looks like with sort of half a window open and regular like fluorescent lighting from the ceiling. If I was to turn on better lighting, like studio lighting like this, obviously it's going to get significantly better, but that's because, well, more lighting, if it actually turns on, is going to do wonders for any webcam. So if you have a lot of light, it's going to be pretty good, but if you've got regular old lighting, probably not going to be all that great. That's what it looks like, it sounds like. And also, what's a little annoying is that Apple's Center Stage technology only works in meeting apps. So Google Meet or Zoom, for example, will utilize the Center Stage tech, but if you're recording like I am here in QuickTime, it's just sort of a dumb regular camera. So just so you know. And in terms of quality here, it's just a really good plug-and-play solution. Color accuracy is fantastic, it's bright, it's vibrant, it's great for anything, watching YouTube videos, scrolling through social media, but the big one for many who are considering this is photo and video work. Extremely color accurate here is going to be a great representation of the color space you're working in, and it's just quite frankly, a monitor you know you can trust when it comes to important videos and photos, and even document works and I should say graphic design stuff too. Like the LG, it's got 4 ports on the back, one that goes to your computer, then 3 others for additional accessories, and I've really only got 3 big gripes with this display. One is that for the base price, $1,600, there's no height adjustable stand. You can tilt adjust it, but you can't height adjust it, so you're gonna have to spend extra money to get the adjustable stand, though you could go the VESA route for the same amount of money, but then you're sort of locking yourself in and it's sort of a messy situation. I also don't like that you can't plug in a game console or a streaming box or anything else. And really, just for the price, it's a bit hard to justify given it's not a mini LED panel, it doesn't pack 90 hertz or 120 hertz ProMotion, though that is rumored for a later date, and you are making some sacrifices for that price. It is a pretty penny to pay for one monitor, but I do think the value is there. Apple does a great job with their factory out-of-the-box calibration, and the integration you're gonna get with any Mac you plug into it is going to be seamless. All right, so hopefully that was a little helpful in your journey to find the best USB-C monitor for your Mac. Got some great options here, some budget options, some combo TV options, stepping up to more color accuracy, the LG for a good price, and the Studio Display that if you're willing to spend the cash is going to give you a great experience, though again, it's expensive, something to consider, but if you're looking for that just plug and play experience, you can never go wrong with Apple's own solution, at least most of the time. As always, I want to know your thoughts. Let me know down below the monitor you are rocking with your Mac. Which one do you have? How many monitors do you have? Are you a dual display aficionado like myself? Let me know down below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for your support. I'm Robert Rosenfeld from the Apple Circle. If you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up, drop a comment below. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.